There is a silent, often overlooked conversation happening between you and the universe. A gentle pull of energy, an exchange of intention and manifestation. This is the essence of the law of attraction, a promise that by aligning our inner world with the fundamental currents of existence, we can fill our lives with a profound sense of abundance and fulfillment. Yet so often this channel remains quiet, not because the universe has stopped listening, but because we have, without realizing it, developed habits that mute our own signal. We build walls where there should be open fields. We speak in static where there should be a clear, resonant frequency. Today, we will explore these subtle, often unconscious, patterns. These are the quiet habits that disconnect us from the flow of our own lives. By bringing them into the light, we can begin to dissolve them, and rediscover the path back to our own power. The first, and perhaps most monumental, of these barriers is our chronic neglect of the present moment. We are time travelers, most of us. Our consciousness is perpetually drifting through the shadowed halls of the past or projecting itself into the uncertain landscapes of the future. We become so entangled in what was, or what might be, that the vibrant, living reality of now goes unnoticed, untouched. But life does not happen in the past. It is not a memory. Life does not happen in the future. It is not a daydream. Life unfolds here, in this breath, in the sensation of air on your skin, in the quality of light falling across the floor, in the simple, unadorned fact of being aware. Within every fleeting moment lies a nucleus of infinite possibility, a wealth of opportunities, ready to be seized. But when the mind is preoccupied with past regrets or future anxieties, these windows to immense potential simply shut, unseen. The magic of manifestation does not find its roots in the barren soil of yesterday or tomorrow. It finds its foundation in the rich, fertile ground of the present. We often treat the now as a stepping stone, an inconvenient delay on the way to a better destination. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding. The present is not a means to an end. It is, in itself, a wellspring of fulfillment and joy. It is the only place where we can truly experience the texture of existence. By rooting ourselves in this moment, a profound connection with the universe is established. It is a connection that is rich, resonant, and alive. This is the very energy that fuels the law of attraction, aligning our deepest desires with the universe's abundant offerings. Yet, we inadvertently sever this connection when we allow our minds to wander through time. We cut the wire when one truly realizes that the key to power, to manifestation, and to a contented heart, lies in anchoring oneself in the undeniable reality of the present. That realization has the power to change everything that it brings to mind. A simple, timeless wisdom of Bill Keane: yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call it the present. Deeper still, within the core of the human psyche lies a complex web of memories and experiences. These stories shape our sense of self. They form the narrative of who we believe we are. But there is a perilous inclination here, an inclination to cling, not to our moments of joy, but to our pain, to our stories of past suffering, our traumas, the moments that carved the deepest impressions upon us. This attachment to pain, in its essence, stems from the ego's relentless need to find identity and meaning. Even when that meaning is woven from tales of strife, it provides a familiar structure, a known territory, and so, our past sorrows become a self-imposed prison, their shadows dictating our present actions and clouding every new endeavor. Instead of focusing on the infinite realm of the present, which is always new, always free, we allow these tales of agony to replay in an endless, looping narrative. This loop stalls the power of attraction. In fact, this incessant attachment to pain often becomes the single greatest inhibitor to our own evolution. Ironically, for some, it takes a crisis, a true breaking point, to finally shatter this self-made cage. It is akin to a dam breaking, releasing years of accumulated pain, and making way for a long-awaited rejuvenation, when one realizes that their very essence, their true being, exists beyond these stories, beyond the ego's narrow realm. A monumental shift occurs. This new perspective creates a fresh vantage point. From here, past pains no longer weigh down your aspirations, nor do they dull the brilliant shine of the present. But breaking free from this identity of pain does not mean the eradication of your past. It is not an act of forgetting or denial. Instead, it is the profound understanding that you are not solely defined by your tales of sorrow. You are the one who experienced them, but you are not the experience itself. You can acknowledge your past. You can learn from its harsh lessons, but you do not have to let it hold dominion over your present or dictate your future. Recognizing that the very purpose of life is evolution and growth helps you to disentangle yourself from these self-limiting narratives. Remember, pain is inevitable. It is a part of the human contract. But suffering is optional. It is the story we tell ourselves about the pain. Choosing not to build a home within that story is the true mark of embracing a life in alignment with universal flow. A third, prominent stumbling block lies in our penchant for blame, and our unconscious construction of negative narratives. At times, it feels easier, more convenient, to point fingers outward, to concoct stories that paint us as the perpetual victim of circumstances, of other people's actions, of a world that seems set against us. These patterns emerge from an over-identification with the thinking mind, a mind that is constantly analyzing, judging, and seeking cause. In this state, external factors or past events are perpetually held responsible for our current unhappiness. We create a negative feedback loop, a story that reinforces its own bleak truth. This loop not only hampers our ability to manifest our desires, it drowns us in a sea of stagnant, negative energy. To dwell in blame and pessimistic narratives is akin to sowing seeds in infertile, salted soil. No matter how much effort you put in, the results will be stunted. If they come at all, there is a liberating realization available to us that while real challenges certainly exist in the present moment, many of what we label problems are mere constructs of the mind. They are mental formations, ghosts of the past, or anxieties of the future that we have invited into our present and mistaken for reality. This shift in understanding is everything. It moves our focus from what is lacking to what is available, from what is wrong to what is possible. By seeing that many of our problems are ephemeral, existing primarily in the theater of our minds, we can reclaim our energy and devote it to actionable, present-moment solutions. True alignment with the law of attraction demands a conscious move away from the paralysis of blame and toward a stance of proactive clarity. It is a shift where challenges are perceived not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for refinement, for strength, for a deeper understanding that in our world there is a powerful, seductive current pulling us toward the relentless pursuit of material accumulation, and in this race, we often inadvertently build a barrier against the very abundance we seek. A common tale unfolds, one where the quest for more money, more status, more possessions, leaves behind a strange echoing emptiness. It is a feeling perfectly captured in the simple truth: the ego is never satisfied, and it always wants more. Does this relentless craving not breed a cycle of perpetual dissatisfaction? Does it not tarnish the shimmer of even the most opulent wealth? In this cycle, the true essence of abundance and prosperity gets buried under the sheer weight of worldly desire. We confuse having with being, shifting our focus, and embracing a worldview that transcends materialistic gains, fosters a fertile ground where the seeds of the law of attraction can truly flourish and bloom. For what is real wealth? Is it not embedded in the richness of experience, in the warmth of genuine human connection, in the quiet alignment with the vibrant dance of the present moment? To manifest from a place of wholeness, rather than from a perceived emptiness, becomes not just a choice, but a necessary journey. It is a journey toward conscious creation that intertwines not only the accumulation of worldly goods, but more importantly, the nurturing of an internal abundance. It is a harmonization with the present, and a heartfelt acknowledgement of life's innate bounty, which often costs nothing, and yet is worth everything. In the tumult of everyday life, overshadowing the essence of our own being is all too easy. The incessant demand for doing takes the center stage. Society frequently nudges us toward towering external achievements, leaving the profound depth of our internal existence unexplored, uncherished. To ignore one's true essence, that crucial flicker of pure consciousness within, is to dim the radiant luminosity of life itself. Does this denial not obstruct the natural flow of abundance, prosperity, and heartfelt connection that the law of attraction feeds upon? Beyond the surface of our personalities and our resumes, the essence of our being soars. It transcends the mundane, entering a dimension of profound depth and limitless creativity. It is in this inner expanse that life's harmonious dance unfolds, unhindered by the chains of external validation and material pursuit. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus offered a guiding light when he said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." This reminds us of the immense strength that comes from inner connection and awareness. Aligning with this profound internal essence creates the most fertile terrain for the law of attraction to work its quiet charm. Harmonizing with this connection sends forth a unique resonance, radiating outward, whispering silently into the universe. attracting abundance, love, and a deep, abiding peace. Tuning into this concealed melody is not life's mundane transformed into the extraordinary. It fosters a seamless alignment with the expansive flow of all existence. Imagine a world brimming with individuals blossoming in the richness of their true essence, interconnected and deeply rooted in their being's profound depths. In such a world, the external layers of identity would melt away, unveiling a vibrant spectrum of boundless possibilities. It is through this harmonious dance with the universe that a soft realization of life's intertwined tapestry emerges. Embracing the infinite abundance of life within this dimension is not a utopian fantasy. It is a tangible reality. And it is here that the law of attraction finds its most authentic and powerful expression, conjuring abundance, love, and profound connection in life's every aspect. Navigating through the ebb and flow of life's countless interactions, the value of genuine, selfless giving emerges as a consistent, quiet theme. Embracing a habit of giving without the weight of expectation is pivotal in aligning with the universal law of attraction. Yet, a perilous trap many of us fall into is the act of giving that is shrouded with silent expectations, with desires for reciprocation or acknowledgement. This act, driven by the ego's yearning for a reward, distorts the very essence and flow of genuine giving. It extinguishes the pure, harmonious vibration that true giving emanates. A crucial element in aligning with the abundance the universe holds. This concept is beautifully illuminated in Rhonda Byrne's book, The Power When You Give. Say to yourself, I am in the endless flow of giving and receiving. Feel the happiness inside you. Know that as you have given, you have set an avalanche of giving and receiving in motion. You have opened up the floodgates to receive. Remember that the universe is the infinite source of all things, and therefore you can never deplete it with your giving. This is not a transaction, it is a recognition of a fundamental law. Sincere giving not only enriches the lives of the recipients, but it also opens a doorway for the giver, aligning them with the universe's boundless, cyclical nature. To encounter life from this vantage point, where the joy of giving and the deep awareness of abundance intertwine, enhances our universal connection. It magnifies the influx of positivity and prosperity in myriad, often unexpected forms. Staying aware of the ego's subtle pitfalls, and consciously choosing to give from a space of love and wholeness, reinforces our alignment with the natural order. It ensures that the flow of abundance in and out of our lives remains uninterrupted, a constant and graceful exchange. So we see that all these habits, neglecting the present, clinging to pain, weaving blame, chasing emptiness, forgetting our being, and giving with strings attached, are, at their core, forms of distraction. They are ways we turn away from the one true journey that matters. Choosing any path other than the one of sincere self-discovery inadvertently dampens the power of the law of attraction. Frequently, trapped in the external allure of the world, we miss the immense richness of our own inner world, and the binding universal consciousness that connects us all. This neglect sows a deep division, estranging us from both our true selves and from life's limitless bounty. But when we finally embark on this journey of self-discovery, the layers of ego begin to unfurl, unveiling a boundless core of true existence. In this embrace of the innermost self, our connection to universal abundance strengthens, invigorating the law of attraction's capabilities in our lives. In its truest essence, then, wielding the law of attraction is not about a frantic effort to pull things toward you from the outside. It is an inward journey, beyond the chatter of material desires and surface-level wishes. It is about having the courage to face your own vulnerabilities, and the grace to shed the ego-driven boundaries that have kept you small. To abandon these detrimental habits is to clear a path. It is to stop digging a hole and instead, to plant a garden. This alignment with the universal flow allows for a seamless, almost effortless, manifestation. It allows you to immerse yourself in the universe's endless gifts. This is the epitome of true abundance. Not a mountain of possessions, but a quiet, unshakable knowing. A mastery not over the world, but over the one thing you truly can command: your own attention, your own presence, your own inner state. And so, the invitation is not to try harder, but to be more present, to listen more closely, not to the noise of the world, but to the silence from which it all arises. The doorway does not open outward, into a universe you must conquer. It opens inward, into a universe you have always, and will always, inhabit. The key was in your hand all along. The only question that remains is whether you will choose to turn it.